All right, so it says this channel right here is making about $1,000 per month, and they're just posting one upload per week, y'all. And these videos are just pictures of cats. So I know that you can see the guy's face right here in his intro video, and I'm actually kind of like I'm excited that he did that. I'm like, it lets you know that there's still a person behind the channel, but you don't have to do this in order for you to get a ton of views, as you can see exhibited here. Now we're talking about faceless content, and I am going to tell you guys about the faceless content course that I have in the description, because it is loaded with everything that you need in order to accomplish this and more. So stick around, because I want to show you how it's done. All right. So I also need to say this just as a disclaimer, that anything that I talk about in this video is all entertainment purposes. Okay. Got to say that for the platform, and that the results aren't typical, because I cannot assure what you can actually make. But what I can say is you increase your probability when you actually take some action. All right. So that's where we are with this. Now let's get into it. And then I'll give you the real on how you can accomplish this. Okay. So stick around for that. Now, this channel here is all about cats, y'all. It's cats. It's photos of cats, a voiceover, and some text on the screen. You can easily accomplish this, y'all. It's so much easier than what you think. And if I give you the play on how to do this, you're going to be like, what? An extra $1,000 per month? Now, I'm going to give you the T on this number right here. Okay. That 1.3 thousand per month, that is an estimate. Okay. And in my opinion, that estimate is always lower. And when you get into the class, you'll understand why that could be. But I would estimate that they're probably making around at least, I would say maybe 5 to 7,000 per month, because I haven't even gotten into what else the channel is actually doing. So you would have to get into that in class. But I can tell you at a baseline that they're probably making at least on the lower level, maybe 3,000, on the higher level, maybe 7 or 8,000. It could be a variety of factors here. So just want you to understand what that could look like. But they're only posting one video per week. Y'all, that's crazy work right there. That's crazy work. And to know that the average video length is 9 minutes. I mean, that probably is about 30 minutes of work right there, if that. And one of the things that I do in the course is I do show you how to do stuff like this in less than 5 minutes. Well, let's give it at least 10 minutes. Okay. Let's give it 10 minutes, because you still want to upload it and you still want to create a thumbnail. So we'll give you some extra time. So we'll give you maybe 30 minutes total to do something like this once a week. And you can possibly bring in this extra bit of revenue every single month. And they are at 103,000 subscribers. Y'all, I've shown y'all videos where we're talking about fashion. I've shown you videos now where we're talking about lifestyle. And now we're showing you cats. Why? Because people love cats. And I love finding examples for you guys of things that people are doing that are super interesting. So this person isn't just providing you with a cat video. Like, it is actually detailed information about cats. There's some research that's going on here. So I can tell you that. That's what I absolutely love about this, is that if you love cats, then you're going to love this page, most likely, right? So how can you recreate this? I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you an overview. Okay. You're going to find something that people are searching for. You're going to find something that you're passionate about. If you combine those two things, then you can truly find something that works for you and something that fits what you have time to do. Okay. And when I break down the time, as I have already kind of done in terms of like spending like 5-10 minutes to create this, and I'm also giving you tools and resources that don't cost a lot of money either. Okay. So I know some of you guys will be worried about that, and I've got you covered on that as well. But I'm going to have to credit this person because they have a particular style. They have a particular aesthetic. So they're not just hitting just the cat lover. It is a cat lover who loves to know specific information about cats. Now, how do you get an idea like this for those of you guys who are struggling, thinking about, well, I want to do something like this, but I don't know where to start? Well, again, that's why you take the course, so that it can help you determine that based on what solution I give you that you want to end up doing. Okay. And cats may not be your thing, to be honest with you. Like, you might like other animals. Maybe other animals are searchable too. All you would need to do is do a search on YouTube and find out what topics and what categories are looking like. So if I'm you, I'm going down the rabbit hole on a topic that I love for a particular type of person, and I'm going to see what videos are out there, and then I'm going to recreate the wheel. Okay? I'm not going to try to do something so crazy different that, it can't be replicated, or there's no proof that it's already working. There's proof that this is working. So you could end up doing something very similar. But I always say this, don't directly copy somebody, because let them be original with their work, because there's a lot. I mean, here's the thing. While this content can be easy to make, I would also just give you this disclaimer that you want to create content that feels familiar, doesn't recreate the wheel, but you still put your own little unique twist on it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we encourage you to do in the course. Anyway, all I'm doing is pointing out the obvious for you. There are channels out here that are completely faceless. Now, again, ignore the guy's face in this, because he could have not shown his face and still be making these cat videos, because the videos do not show his face. Okay. I want you to see these cat videos. They're not him. Now, he is showing you, he's taking you behind the curtain with this. Now, you could do this if you like, because I don't think that there's probably nothing in his career that says he can't do this. But for those of you guys who maybe are in consulting or contracting for the government, or maybe you are in an occupation where you just don't want to show your face, then this is perfect for you. Or you're camera shy and you just don't want to be on camera at all, right? You don't want anybody to know anything about you. That's great. Or if you're like me, I started my first Faceless channel in 2020 because I quickly realized that I needed to have other forms of revenue generating for me, because I could burn out, right? Me showing up on camera. I really talked about this in my live today. I talked about, well, my latest live, I talked about how I had to take Friday off because I had to do some other things, and I needed that time to recover from creating content. So this is a great alternative for people who are maybe already in the content creation space, but maybe you just don't know what else you want to do, and you just don't want to be on camera all the time. You want to go on vacation, you want to travel, and you want to have content that is still working for you while you are on vacation. Then this is definitely going to be the space where you need to enter. Now, what made me realize that I could do this on a bigger scale was just seeing the results of my first Faceless channel. I didn't even know it was called Faceless in the beginning. I just knew that I was going to need something else that worked for me. And so after that, I ended up building another and then another. So you want to kind of think about it in that way. All of these channels that you can build that don't have your face on them, and you can just run these things like a business. I don't know why more people don't really understand this. No, of course, we're not creating slop. We're not creating content that is like worthless. We're creating content that is going to work for a specific type of person who is interested in a specific type of thing. And again, we dive further into that in the class. And I give you all the tools and resources that you need to accomplish this in very little time. So dive into the Faceless content blueprint. Okay. I literally, I've tested this. I've worked with this live as a live masterclass. I've gone through all the iterations. We've got great results. We've got also great feedback as well. So get into the testimonials as well, because you'll want to read those. All right. With that being said, make sure you guys like this video. If you like this type of content, I would definitely keep it going. But I also want you to know that, listen, I do this because I also realize that other people out there are kind of like me, and you want some alternatives to maybe being online and generating revenue and different ways that you can do that. And I'm just providing you with some alternatives that you can look into and investigate and hopefully take part in. And the goal with the course is that you take action within the next 24 hours. All right. Now jump in. Okay. Because I am definitely raising the price on this, because the information inside is worthwhile, and you are going to listen, dive in. Okay. If nothing else, dive in and take action, execute, and your entire life could look very, very different this time next year. That much is something I know because that has been my experience. All right. And if you look around online, it is likely the experience of many other people who are doing this type of work. All right. So with that being said, I will catch you in the next video.